Hello, preschool families. My name is Mrs. Carla Winter Darius, VP of the Roselle Preschool. My team and I would like to take this opportunity to share our recorded virtual open house for those of you who could not make the meeting. We understand that learning in a virtual space will present its challenges, so I want to encourage you to partner with us to make this transition as seamless as possible. The preschool team is available to support you as we transition together to our virtual learning platform. I ask that you give us and yourselves grace and patience as we embark on this journey together. Please do not hesitate to reach out to any member of the preschool team with questions or concerns. We're here to help. Without further ado, I present our virtual open house.
My name is Christina. I am the school social worker on the child study team. One thing that we're calling it Wellness Wednesday. So every Wednesday, I'm going to try having Miss Carla and I will post something regarding wellness to help you out at home. We know that times are a bit different now, and the way of life we kind of knew is completely different. So we're all adjusting in our own way. Something that I think is important, especially for the parents now being home with the students, their children, is especially the preschool age. I think it's very important to observe their behavior, observe their actions, and if you can notice a change in your child. Body language, I think, is very important, especially for the nonverbal children, that, to make sure that you're keeping track. Do a student check-in, see how your child is feeling like in the morning before they go on for live sessions, and check in on them later on and see how they're feeling. Also, if you have like any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to myself, anybody on the team. We are here to help you. My contact information is on the bottom. And also, I think it's important to do a parent self-check. Make sure to check in on yourselves. Make sure that everything is going as planned. There will be mistakes here and there. We'll have little glitches along the way, but it's try to make the most out of it and stay positive so that your child can pick up on that positivity. And also give yourself some grace and compassion. Hats off to you guys doing this right now at home with your kids. And I think it's super, super important to remind yourselves that you are doing a good job. You're doing the best you can, as we all are. Like we said, life is completely different now. So just remember to pat yourself on the back too, because you guys are definitely a part of our team. So if you need anything, again, my contact info is on the bottom, and reach out if you need me.
Thank you, Miss Christina. Miss Jennifer? Before Ms. Jennifer goes, I just want to share with you, for those of you who do not know, that our virtual school hours are from 8:40 a.m. to 12:40 p.m. And we will be offering student support and intervention from 1:45 p.m. to 3 p.m. When you meet with your teachers, they can go over specifically what that would look like once we start live instruction next week.
Good evening, families. So the reason for this slide here, as you see, it is for attendance. It is very important that you call your teacher or send an email to your teacher or even call the office phone in order for us to know whether if your child will be in attendance for virtual learning. Even though that is for virtual learning, it's still a vital part of their education. And because of that, we want to ensure that all of the students are present for them to be able to get their learning assignments from their teachers. As well as after so many absences, then there will be someone that will send out a letter to your home from our attendance office. And then they will also conduct a wellness check just to ensure that everything is okay, that nobody is at your home that are sick or ill, the reason why your child is not in attendance. So anytime that your teachers are reaching out to you in regards to assignments and virtual classroom, please reply back to them so they know to mark your child present, because their attendance is just as important as they are 3 years old as when they are in high school. If you need to update any of your contact information, such as your email address, if you move from one house to another within the boundaries of Roselle, please send that information to me so I can update that information inside of our Genesis portal. It's also important for you to send that information to me because if you are moving, we want to make sure that you get all correspondence to the correct address so nothing won't be lost in mail. As well as if any of those the documents that you sent in the first beginning of registration are the same documents that are needed for when the address is going to be changed. Also in reference to Genesis in the update for information, if you are changing your email address, please let us know as soon as possible. The reason for this is because our Genesis system as well as Schoology is set up with your specific email address. So if you do not give us the updated email address, then that means that you will not get all of the correspondence from the teachers or that goes out into the district, as well as phone calls and phone blasts. So if you're changing your telephone number, if you are changing emergency contact information, if you are changing guardians from one person to another, please inform us so we can know all of that information and update it in a timely fashion. All of my contact information is at the bottom of this slide. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Ms. Jennifer. Ms. Lydia?
Hello, everybody. So I just wanted to make a really quick announcement because I think there's been a little bit of confusion since we are all virtual right now. We don't have any students presently in school. As far as immunizations and physicals go, unfortunately, and I say that because I know that there's been some difficulty with parents getting appointments for their children. Doctors are super backed up because of everything that's happened with COVID. We still need, it's state mandated for all medical documentation to be current. So we have a 30-day window to try to get immunizations in. So if you haven't already, you could just feel free to take a clear picture of it and email a picture of an updated annual physical. So it would have to be a 2020 physical, or it would have to be a physical that is within the last 365 days. An example would be if your child has had a physical, let's say November 1st, that physical is still good for this school year until November 1st, and then I would need a new one. Any copies of immunizations, you could just take a picture of it and send it to my email. My email is on the bottom of the screen, lalmeida@roselleschools.org. And I'm here to answer any questions that you may have. And I think that's it. That's all I had to say.
Thank you, Ms. Lydia. I just wanted to make mention that breakfast and lunch are still being served, and the distribution site is at Abraham Clark High School. It is located at 122 East 6th Avenue. I encourage you to reach out to Ms. Terry at the email information is on the bottom of your screen. Also, please use the 7th Avenue entrance. This is the parking lot. That's the closest area to the cafeteria. And breakfast and lunch can be picked up at the same time. And pickup times are from 6:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Device distributions are currently, there were today till 7 and tomorrow 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. And after these dates, students can receive their devices at our help desk, also located at Abraham Clark High School, Mondays and Fridays between 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. beginning on September 11th. If you have any questions, please reach out to the help desk as it pertains to device distribution. And there's a link here also, I can put it in the chat once I close this presentation, that you can click on to complete the laptop or device release form. So participation is really important. We talked about the importance of attendance and participation, and I'm going to ask Ms. Helene to talk about the importance of establishing routines at home with your students, and also our utilizing teaching strategies. Ms. Helene?
Yes, hi, thank you. Okay, parents, so as we all know, your child will definitely do best when he or she knows what to expect each day, right? When your child's normal schedule is disrupted like it has been now since we're not coming to school, you know, establishing a predictable daily schedule at home can definitely help your child feel secure and also understand when things are happening, right? So it is why it's so important for all parents to create a predictable routine and experiences at home that mimic basically what they would be doing within our class. And obviously, when we break into our groups with parents, teachers can certainly talk about what the day looks like for everybody. So we can certainly, talk a little bit more into detail when it comes to the schedule. But we start as early, as simple as going to bed very early at night because, we are going to be doing our live morning circles every morning. So going to bed early at night is very essential. Waking up in the morning, brushing teeth, having breakfast, and getting ready to be in front of the computer, just like all of us are doing. Every family is obviously juggling with different set of responsibilities and circumstances, and it's absolutely okay if, you're unable to attend all of our live sessions. But, I really recommend for you to just start small, because I know that it can be very overwhelming in the beginning, but even you starting off very small, and adding different additional experiences over time as you and your children adjust to the routine, it will totally make sense for you, and I promise that. This is obviously an opportunity for more focused learning. Rest assured that when your child is at home, how are they learning in the house? If they're reading a book, one of the best examples is for you to invite your child to retell the events of a favorite story, or a lineup. If they have shoes in front of their door, how many shoes do we have? If you're putting on a shirt, what color is your shirt? So every experience, everything that's going on within the house is a learning experience. But it is very essential for all of us to establish a routine for our children, just so that when we do get back in November, they know what to expect and it's not hard for them. And then that's when it comes to the routine. Now, when we're talking about the teaching strategies, I am sure that if you have not received an invite from your teacher, you will soon. I know that my parents have all received an invitation from Teaching Strategies. And as I mentioned in the letter, in my welcome letter in Schoology, it is another method that you will be receiving information for your child. This is where you're going to be getting the report cards, their progress reports, and it's also another resource of where you're going to get materials. For instance, what they're going to be learning for the day, like activities. And when we talk to our parents per class, I don't want to take over the entire Zoom meeting, but we've already posted assignments in Schoology, right? And we talked about documentation. I know that I have had some parents who have already turned in some of their work, and we've been talking about what it looks like when it comes to documentation and how the assignments are going to be completed for us. Because in the preschool, with our creative curriculum is, based where children learn through play and through experiences. We don't really do worksheets and sit down with them and have them, work on worksheets. We basically they learn through their experiences and through what they have in front of them. So like I said, something as simple as, brushing their teeth, what are they doing, brushing your teeth, or, just eating, what are you eating? A lot of open-ended questions, and just to get open to discussion. So when it comes to the teaching strategies, just know that it is another method aside from Schoology, where you're going to create an account, you're going to receive an invite from your teachers, and they will be sending you information through there as well. For those parents who speak Spanish, it is also available in Spanish. If you need it to be in Spanish, just please talk to your teacher, and I'm sure that they will definitely make the accommodations.
Thank you, Ms. Celine. Ms. Murphy, will you please talk about our empathy for our parents and our flexible scheduling?
Yes. Hi, everyone. So I know there's been a few parents, and I'm sure there are more parents in other classes, but I know some of my parents were concerned about they're working and they're not able to attend a live session. What can be done for them? What type of instruction is going to be given? How are we going to make this work for them? So, basically once we break out into rooms and you guys actually see our schedule, you will see that we are live, 3 to 4 times a day. It's for small little increments of time. We designed this schedule to be as flexible as possible for parents. I know that parents are working. I know that students might be home with grandparents, maybe they can't utilize the computer. So our schedule is basically going to be as flexible as possible for you to participate. So if you can't attend every live session, that is okay. You know, it is encouraged, and we're going to try our best to get our students on virtually and in these live sessions. But if it can't happen, then we will try our best to do some recording of our morning circle, our small group, and our closing circle. That way you can view them at a later time. We will also be, I know a bunch of the teachers are uploading some really cute interactive virtual little like classrooms that you click on, and the students can be sent to math songs and story time, so students can, you know, look at that. We will also be sending home independent work for students. We will be taking activities from teaching strategies. So, you know, even if you're working, we're still, you know, you can still make your child's learning experience. You know, we will do what we need to do to make sure that your child is learning throughout the day.
Okay.
I also think it's going to be based on individual class and parent needs, you know, what you guys need and how we can accommodate.
Okay, thank you. I also just wanted to make mention that if you have not already done so, you should have received the information to log on to Schoology. That is the platform that we will be using that's the learning management system that we will be using to deliver instructions. Correspondence should go through Schoology, and live sessions will begin next Monday. We have purchased instructional materials for all of our preschool students because we understand that this is a very difficult time for a lot of us. And so we wanted to make this transition as easily and simple as possible. So the teachers are going to be distributing some supplies beginning tomorrow and Friday, and you can pick those up between our regular operating hours of 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. 3:30. Let's do 8 a.m. to 3:30 because Ms. Jennifer and I leave at 4, and we can't really extend our stay beyond 4 o'clock because we are located at Agape, which is our temporary location right now. As more supplies come in, your teachers will be in contact with you to let you know when you can come by and pick those up. Virtual classroom expectations. I just want to squeeze in a gentle reminder that, as Ms. Helene shared, we want to establish a routine for our students. We want them to get up, we want them to get dressed, and as tempting as it may be because the kids are home, that they could stay in their pajamas, we do really want them to get into the routine of getting dressed when they come to school. And their school right now is a virtual platform. And so it'll just ease the transition if and when the district transitions back to the traditional learning environment. So here are some virtual classroom rules. Ms. Melissa, did you want to just go over any of these?
So when we give you the schedules and you are joining us for the classes, we would like you guys just to be courteous to be on time. We are going to act like we are in school. So just like we ask you to drop them off at 8:40, we'd like you to have them on for 8:40 or whatever time the teachers pick on their schedule. It's always nice to have them in a consistent spot in the house. So like if you have a spot in your kitchen table that's for them to sit at, they can sit in that spot every time so they know like this is my learning environment at home. There's a mute button on the screens, even in Schoology. So when we are on, it would be nice if the kids can maybe keep themselves muted and then we can unmute them so they can talk. And it just helps with, if we're doing the lesson, that it's a little bit more constructive so then they can hear us and then we can unmute them and we can hear them. When they would like to talk, we like to raise our hands and listen. And when it comes to eating, we have lots of space divided between the time that we are live and the time that we aren't. So when we are live, it would be nice if they can eat prior to being on the session, so then they can really focus on what we're doing. And we want to make it the most fun and interactive environment for them. So then when they do come back to school, they really get an engagement with their peers and with us. So I think it will be really good.
Thank you, Miss Melissa. So the cornerstone of our success is really going to be communication, and I'm really going to expect myself and my staff, my case managers, my therapists, my teachers, and everyone, our paraprofessionals, we're going to be communicating with each other, and we're going to be communicating with you. And so we're also encouraging you to please reach out to us for anything. We're here to support you in any way that we can, and we can get through this together and we can achieve success, but we do have to keep the lines of communication open. This is not a traditional classroom environment, and it's a virtual space. And so it'll be very helpful for us to feel connected if we maintain open lines of effective two-way communication. If you have tried to reach out to your teacher or you're trying to reach me, please utilize the other and you're not getting a response in a timely manner, please be sure to reach out to Miss Jennifer, or you know, and vice versa. If your teachers can't reach you, you can't reach your teachers, you can reach out to me, because you know, chances are they're in the middle of a lesson and maybe cannot respond to you right away. If it's urgent, please call the office. We will share our contact information with you again, so that way you can be well informed of what's going on. I also encourage you to please check our website and social media platforms frequently for up-to-date and accurate information. Our social media platforms are also located on our Schoology page. You can email us directly through Schoology and we can respond right away. You can also use our regular Gmail, school email. Oh dear. Okay, so at this time, I am going to attempt to break us out into breakout rooms so that you can chat with your teachers. But before you do that, do you have any questions for our therapist or CST? And if not, I will let them go.
Or me, sorry.
Or our nurse. Does anyone have any questions about anything that we have discussed so far?
Hi, I have a question for the nurse. She called me earlier. I'm Shaniel's Roger mom.
Really quickly, just before you go into any specific details, if it's a general question, you can ask it on this platform. But if it's specific to your child and it might have sensitive information, please do call her tomorrow at.
Okay.
All right. We just don't want to violate your child's privacy.
It's not that private. I wouldn't
Okay.
do it if it was.
If it's a general question that pertains to everyone else, please feel free to ask.
Okay, I picked up the immunization paper, the record, and it looks like he didn't have anything from 2018. He had the last time he had it was 2017. And I don't know, like she told me that it's they only give 30 days. I don't think his doctor gonna use just a month to give him everything that he needed in order for me to give her the everything that she needs. So can I have like, I'm sorry, can I have like more time, or I'm sorry.
So what we can do is, as long as you get started on that course of immunizations and you have a prospective date for the next appointment, and you could provide me with that, then
Okay, I have it here. I'll email it to you because you gave me your email earlier. I'll do that, and then the rest I'll call his doctor tomorrow, and then we're gonna finish
as long
everything.
as it's started. As long as
Yes.
it's started, the course is started, and we have dates for the future, so that it shows that you're on course with getting
Okay.
completed. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
What I really would like to do, having a little bit of a hard time here.
Going great, Ms. Darius. This is
Thank
good.
you. So if you don't have any additional questions for our therapist or CST teams, I can ask them to log off, and then it'll be easier for me to put you guys in breakout rooms.
I have a question.
Okay.
I heard a lot about like therapists and all these other kind of administrators. Why is that necessary in the pre-K program? Like, I don't understand. This is my first child in the pre-K program, so I'm not familiar with like physical therapists in the program. Why is that?
So our preschool is an inclusive program. We accept all students, and some of our students have special needs and do require our related services such as OT, PT, and speech. That might not pertain specifically to your child, but we want to make sure that we provide a well-rounded, full service preschool experience for them so that they can access their materials and our state-approved curriculum. And so that's why we have all of these professionals in place to help our students to be successful so that they can compete with their peers.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Sure.
Okay, I'm a little confused. With the school. I can't even say it's school.
Yes.
Technology. Sorry. The program, right? Okay, because I don't know, like my oldest daughter, right? She has a paper, right, with like that kind of says like at this time and this time till this time she has to go to first period, second period, right, till this time and this time. She has like specific times, right? Okay, but Emily doesn't have that.
Okay.
So I don't even know where I need to start or where like what time to what time is from what, like.
Okay.
I'm on the program. I'm like pressing buttons just to see if she got any assignments because I don't know what to do.
Okay, thank you for your question. Are you subscribed to our school messenger? Where you get the robocalls that come to your house on your phone or in your email or via text?
I don't know.
Okay, so please, okay. So I am going to do my very best to make sure that all updates are posted, district-wide, I guess, information are posted to our Schoology page as well. So this week wasn't really, there weren't very many live instruction happening this week at the preschool. Parents received all call from the district to inform you of that. So this week was just about, giving you the opportunity to navigate the Schoology system, become familiar with it. The teachers were posting assignments, contacting you. We were troubleshooting. A lot of our parents did not have devices yet, so we wanted to ensure equity, and we didn't want to start live instruction and not everyone had access to that. So we will begin live instruction on Monday for the preschool program. So your teachers will be sending out information to you possibly on Friday for the rest of the week about what time to log on, when to log in, for what sessions. So they're going to do all of that for next week. So at preschool, we're asynchronous, which just means that we have posted assignments for kids to do so that you become familiar with the platform.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I see a lot of like first period, and then like it's like multiple, like, and I'm like, hold on, I'm not sure which class she's supposed to be right now.
So I'm going to ask you again for grace for our teachers and our therapists and all of our staff members at this time. So like I said, we haven't really started any live instruction yet. We had one teacher go on and met with her kids, but everyone will be on and your kids will be able to see their teachers and their friends beginning on Monday.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome.
I have I guess a comment / question.
Sure.
So, Schoology, that's what I call it, Schoology.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to take some getting used to.
Absolutely.
I don't really know if I feel like it's not very easy to follow. It's really hard how it's set up, and considering that the students, my other students.
Are you frozen?
I think she froze.
Okay. We can't really hear you, so if you want to type it in the chat.
Is and where this is, and I'm very tech savvy, but it's just very confusing how it is. My situation is I won't be the person that's going to be with my child trying to navigate this. So, you know, it's hard for me to understand, let alone me trying to teach the person who is going to be with her how to navigate it. And I don't know. I don't know if rooms will be sent on this thing. It's just very confusing.
Okay.
And I'm tech savvy, so it's just confusing for me.
So we're all in this together. And like I said, I'm asking for your grace during this time. So I do understand that. And we're going to be working together to make sure that we transition to live instruction is as smooth as possible. So I am going to be working very closely with the teachers. We're going to try to clean up what you see on your courses. And if it's a little overwhelming for you, then we'll try to find a way to kind of, like I said, transition into a very smooth learning platform for you. So I hear your concern. I understand. We're with you and we're working on a solution. The LMS is new for all of us, our teachers included, our administrators. I've been working, myself included, in training with the program all summer. You know, we had to find a learning management system to ensure that education continued despite us not being in a physical brick and mortar classroom. And so I hear your concern. I encourage you to please, anytime you have any concerns, even as we begin live instruction, if it continues, if the problem persists, to please reach out to us so that way we can assist you in the best way we know how. Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. All right, so I'm just gonna ask if you just place the name of your teacher in the chat so that I can put you in your breakout room. If there are no more questions, I'm going to say thank you to our therapists and our CST members so that they can, well, if you don't have any other questions for them. Seeing as there are no more questions for our CST, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate you and your dedication to the Roselle Preschool students. And we will see you guys live on Monday.
Open our eyes to see the